William Nylander signs with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Welcome to Focus. My name is Ray Lalonde, and here's my daily podcast, Focus on the Business of Sports. Here we go. William Nylander and the Maple Leafs waited till the very last hour, as he was not under contract since the end of last season. He's going into his fourth year in the NHL. He had until December 1st at 5 p.m., and he signed this contract in the last hour for a 6-year deal worth close to $42 million for a 22-year-old young man. Nylander is one of the elite players of the Leafs. He's one of the core group members. That starts with John Tavares, the leader and free agent signing this past summer in Toronto for many years. Austin Matthews is a generational player. Mitch Marner is one of the great talents in the NHL, and him and Matthews will be up for a renewal for a new contract next year. One of the key things is that Nylander is a great two-way player. And he's a tremendous addition to this franchise for the next 6 years because he's going to bring even more stability, and he's going to possibly enable Austin Matthews to have his winger with him the same way that Tavares and Mitch Marner work so efficiently as a duo. And the key for me is that when I look at this investment by the Leafs, I think it's a lot of money, but I also think they had no choice. The window for the Leafs is right now. They've put all the pieces in place. They got a great organization. They've got good management, good coach. They got some talent. Frederik Andersen's a solid goalkeeper. Jake Gardner's a good defenseman. Nazem Kadri's another terrific forward. You put all those pieces together, it's hard to find a team in the NHL that has so much talent, especially young talent. And what does it do? It creates an opportunity for the Leafs to challenge for the Stanley Cup this year. Because in business and in hockey, the moment is right now. The window for the Leafs is right now. It's been over 50 years since they've won the Cup. There's a lot of teams that waited a long time. The Bruins, before they won in 2011, hadn't won in years since, I think, 1972. The Blackhawks waited 50 plus years. The Canadiens are up to 25 or 26 years. It's tough to win the Stanley Cup. And fans in Toronto want to win this and want to get close and want to aspire. But the fact is, you could be out in the first round when you play a team like Boston or Buffalo. You could be out in the second round when you play a team like Tampa Bay. You could be out in the third round when you got a Pittsburgh, a Washington, defending champions. There's so much competition in the NHL today, so much parity. But this is about the future. This is about an investment in their youth and their core group, and they could be good for a long time. But it also helps drive the business. It helps sponsors renew at a higher price. It helps people renew their season tickets because they don't want to miss this moment in time. Signing a player like that is a huge investment to win, but it's also an investment in your fans. It's giving them the team that they believe is going to bring them the promised land. It's giving them hope. You're growing your business. It's got a terrific impact on the franchise. There's so much more content that's required today. When you bring a guy like Nylander into the fray, you've got more content because he's a terrific highlight player. I think it's a real great move for the Leafs. They did the right thing. There's no question about it. They're going to have to get this done during this window. I'm not sure they're going to be able to keep all these guys, especially Marner and Matthews, that are up for contract soon. One thing's for sure, Nylander needed to sign this contract. He is secure for the next 6 years with the Leafs. Kyle Dubas has done a phenomenal job of stabilizing this situation. He got himself a new player in Tavares who's scoring a ton of goals, and he signed his young prospect. They're going to be good for many years. Watch out for the Leafs in the 2019 Stanley Cup playoffs. They could be the team to watch. So far this year, they're not disappointing anyone because they're just so talented. They can take on any team in the NHL. And William Nylander did the right thing, and the Leafs paid him the right amount of money to renew with his current team. Thanks for being with me. This has been Focus. Follow me on Twitter at RealRayLalonde. Share the podcast with your friends and colleagues and redirect them to SoundCloud or YouTube. Thanks for being there. This is Ray Lalonde. Talk to you soon.